Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Veronica. If you're new here, welcome. I can't believe I'm already 8 weeks postpartum. Like, where the heck is time gone? I feel like all my days just blend together. I'm like, what is sleep? What day is it? Someone asked me what I was doing for the long weekend. I'm like, what long weekend? All my weekends are the same. All my days are the same. And that's just life now. And honestly, I'm okay with it. I don't mind it. I am getting a little bit of support from caffeine. I feel like it's like a must some days when you're sleeping for 2 hours. Yeah, that tastes good. Today is one of those days, but that's okay. We're just gonna roll with it and it'll be fine. I should probably tie in a water though. All right, so I wanted to go over everything that I've been using with my little guy for the last 8 weeks, every single day. There are certain things that I'm like, this wasn't essential for me, and I've been using this every single day, and I need to let people know who don't know. And just because I'm saying it's an essential for me, I'm not saying that you need to have it, but these things have really, really helped me. So I'm gonna share them anyways. I know there's some things that like maybe I really found helpful, maybe you might not find as helpful, but we're gonna go over it because there was some things that even after the little guy came, I'm like, oh my God, I should have got this because I didn't think it was worth it. But then later on, I'm like, why did I not invest in this sooner? So we're gonna chat about it. I just spilt my coffee. Good start to the video. I feel like this is the story of my life. If I'm not like cleaning up after my little guy, I'm cleaning up after myself. All right, good enough. One thing I am really happy that I have been doing since he's arrived is doing a little bit of journaling every day. And nothing crazy, like I'm not writing paragraphs in a journal because to be honest, if I committed to that, I wouldn't commit to it. I probably would fall off after like a week because it's too much. But just writing like 1 or 2 sentences of maybe something that we did that day, or maybe just something, some sort of milestone that he hit, whatever. Then just kind of scrolling back even over the past month has been really cool to kind of see just the little things every day that he's done, whether it was like he started making different noises, or maybe he started like lifting his head on his own or whatever, just little things. And like I said, 1 or 2 sentences, nothing crazy, because to be honest, I know that I wouldn't stick with it if I had to write more than that, because some days I'm just like, my brain is like a mashed potato. I just feel like I have 2 brain cells after sleeping for like 30 minutes, it feels like. So the 1 to 2 sentences has been perfect for me. But anyways, let's kind of get into today's video. So we're gonna start off in the kitchen with a few things that I've been using every day. One thing I will add is I have been exclusively pumping. I tried the whole breastfeeding thing. I tried very hard and it wasn't happening. So I was like, you know what? It's fine. We're just gonna pump. So I've been exclusively pumping and that's been working good. So the first few items I'm about to talk about are mainly for people who are like pumping or using formula or bottle feeding. Breastfeeding doesn't necessarily apply to as much, but I'm gonna chat about them anyways. So let's go. Okay, up first we have this Mom Cozy bottle washer. Now, this is something I've been using literally every single day. I will say originally I was like, why the heck would we spend so much money on a bottle washer? Like we can just wash the bottles ourselves. And I just got the sterilizer and dryer and I'm like, we'll just hand wash the bottles. Well, when you're exclusively pumping and only bottle feeding, you're washing a shit ton of frickin' bottles all day, every day. And I work from home some days, so the last thing I want to be doing when I have a little bit of spare time is like washing bottles. So we ended up returning the sterilizer and dryer and investing in this bottle washer. It's also a sterilizer and dryer, but then it washes the bottles too. And honestly, this was 1000% worth it. Obviously, if you're breastfeeding, it's not totally necessary, but for people like me who are just bottle feeding, this saves me just so much time every day. And like, yes, you can definitely just hand wash bottles, but that's not what I want to be doing when I have some spare time. I want to be doing other shit. So this, great investment. So I'll kind of walk through like how you use it. It's so simple, so easy. There's one thing about it that I was kind of like, that's really annoying, but everything else is like pretty straightforward, pretty simple, pretty easy to use. So all you do turn it on. 29 minutes is to wash it. After the 29 minutes is up, then it just goes straight into sterilizing and drying. So I think it takes like 55 minutes or an hour or something like that to do the whole like sterilizing and drying. And then you can keep them in there, like all the bottles and everything in there afterwards, but we usually take them out right after anyways. But yeah, super convenient, super easy. And then there's like little instructions here if you like just want to sterilize, if you just want to dry and store them, or we do the normal wash and dry, but there's also like a quick wash and dry. So yeah, lots of different options, and I'll show you kind of what it looks like inside. Lid comes off. This is where you can put like all the little accessories on top. This comes off as well. This is what it looks like on the inside. So we kind of have these little sections here for bottles, then there's a bottle that can go on each corner. These are also all removable too if you just want to like put in pump parts or whatever it is. So I'll kind of load it up here. I'm actually going to put in my pump parts as well. Kind of have to maneuver things around a little bit. From here, you'll take one of these tabs. So these came with it, these detergent tablets. We'll open this up. This is what they look like. Just plop it in the side. Lid goes back on top, and then we're just clicking start. That's all there is to it. Now, the thing that I found kind of annoying, this water tank needs to be filled every single time, which understandable, but we didn't know that you need to have this drain going into a sink at all times. So we kind of had to create our own little thing here because originally where we wanted to put this, there was no sink. So you need to have this beside a sink. You can't have it just like on one section of your counter unless there is a sink there, because it does need to, as you can see, it's kind of draining as it's going, and it takes 2.5 liters per wash. So a decent amount of water. So that's kind of the only annoying thing, is just like this drain needing it to go into the sink, because like this looks kind of silly, but whatever, it is what it is. It's still worth it for us to have this. Just that's kind of something that I didn't love. I'll show you where it was supposed to go. So this is where we originally had the bottle washer. We had the bottle washer here, we had the bottle warmer here. This kettle was back over there. So then like these were moved over. We had like his little supplements here, his vitamin D, his probiotics, all that type of stuff we need. So this was like the perfect spot for it. But yeah, since you need to drain it into something, it just like didn't really make sense for us to have it over here. I mean, if you have somewhere that you can, I guess you could drain it into like a bucket or something like that if you have the space for it, or you can like hide it behind the counter somehow, but it didn't make sense for us. So we had to move it over there. And yes, those are little notes that my husband leaves for me, which is so cute. I love it. And don't judge my plants. I'm aware that they are having a rough go. They're having a rough go, but I'm gonna water them after this, I swear. I'm so bad at that. I need to be a better plant mom, but I try, and I'm not a good plant mom, but I feel like my mom and my husband's mom want me to be a good plant mom, so I try to be, but I'm not. I'm more of like a fake plant kind of gal. They're easier to have because you don't have to do anything with them. So anyways, this all kind of leads into my next thing, which is this bottle warmer. As I mentioned, I am bottle feeding, so we have this bottle warmer. And I know some people are like, just give them cold milk, which yes, a lot of people, you can, but for him, it's harder for him to get it down. It doesn't always sit well with him, so I'd rather just have this bottle warmer here. We use it, I wanna say 95% of the time. If we're like in a rush and he's like, I'm hungry right this second, which is a lot of the time, then we'll just give him some cold milk and it's fine, just to kind of get him settled sooner. But we love having this bottle warmer, and for us, it's definitely worth the investment. So I'll show you kind of how to use it. I ended up just stashing the detergent tablets over here as well. So for this bottle warmer, as you can see, there's like 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce, all the way up to 11 ounces. So easy to use. You literally just turn it and then click start, and then it'll start warming it up. You also can click if it's normal temperature, cold, frozen milk, what kind of container it's in. I believe this one you can also, you can toss in like frozen milk bags if you have enough to, I don't want to actually get this going, but you just plop the bottle in the top here. But yeah, if you have like frozen milk bags, and you can toss that in there as well. And there's all these directions on the side too. So you can also heat food in here, 24-hour constant warming. Yeah, you can warm milk. There's a lot of different things you can do with this. So yeah, we've really enjoyed having this bottle warmer that we've used literally every single day. Next thing we use very, very frequently is our Baby Bjorn bouncer. So the Baby Bjorn bouncer we actually got for my baby shower as a gift, but we've used it literally every single day. We kind of just like plop him in there. He likes to be able to kick around, see what's going on because he's kind of sitting a bit more upright. So he loves it in there. And there's also like little attachments you can get with it as well. So for example, like this little thing that you can kind of like hook onto the sides, and it just gives him something to look at and kind of play with. He just started kind of being able to like play with these things and actually know what they are. Before he just like stare at them like, what are these? But now he's kind of like playing with them a little bit more and spinning them around and stuff like that. So it's really cute to see. But yeah, I know the Baby Bjorn is a little bit of an investment. They are kind of expensive, but there are also cheaper versions of it. I just think it's really nice to have something that they can kind of be sitting upright in and still be able to like kick their feet and kick their legs, because he likes to kick. He wants to be moving his legs. So having this where he can sit up and kick and look around is like ideal for us, and he loves it. Sticking on the topic of lounging, here is my dog Phil lounging. He just had a blowout the other day, so he's all nice and floofy. But no, lounging, we have the Snuggle Me lounger. Again, this is also something we got for my baby shower. This is gifted to us, but we loved it for the first like month and a half-ish, I'd want to say. It was so awesome for that first month and a half because we could always just like put him in there, know he was secure, like in this little lounge thing. But he grew out of it so fast, unfortunately. But for that first like month and a half-ish, we used it all day, every day. Like we were constantly using it, putting him in it. So we really, really loved it for that period of time. But then beyond that, like he kind of started to like not love it as much. So for the early stages, even if you can get one like secondhand, or you know someone that has one that you're like, hey, can I use this for a couple months? Perfect. Or if you can get one on Marketplace or somewhere secondhand, like you can do that for sure, or ask for one for your baby shower too, whatever. But we used it every day for that period of time. So it was awesome for the first month and a half. And now we're kind of like, we don't really use it as much. So take that as you will. I'm adding it to this video because of how frequently we used it at the beginning, but after that time, we didn't really use it. So essential for the first month and a half. After that, not as much. We are back in the bedroom to chat about the fifth essential thing that I've used since I've had baby, and that is this egg lamp. This is just from Amazon. This is so nice. Like we literally, you just toss it around. Like in the evening, if it's like sitting here, I'm kind of winding him down. I totally forgot about my coffee. Oh, so good. Anyways, literally you can just like toss this in your bed. Like we have this in our bed all the time. It just kind of sits between us for the middle of the night feedings, or if I need to get up with him, or if he's fussing, whatever. Like it's just a portable lamp, and it's rechargeable. So it doesn't take batteries or anything. You just plug it in. I think it has a USB-C plug-in. So we kind of have it on this mode. You just literally double tap, turns off, double tap, turns on. And if you hold it, it gets brighter. Hold it, it dims down. So it's just so easy and so convenient to use. And it's not super bright, like having on this dim version in the middle of the night is perfect. So yeah, I'm just gonna turn it off. But we have used this literally since day one, since he was born. Like we had this in the hospital, and we used it in the hospital, and it was so awesome for just giving us like that little bit of extra light, but without turning on like a lamp or anything. Next thing, portable sound machine. So again, this is really awesome. We had this in the hospital as well. Super easy to use, rechargeable with the USB-C plug-in. Pretty much everything we have is USB-C, which is awesome. And this just actually hangs on his bassinet. We also have the Hatch lamp for when he is in his room in the crib. We use that when we're doing diaper changes. And the Hatch machine is kind of like this and the egg lamp in one, except it's not cordless. Like you have to have it plugged in. So it's a sound machine, and then it's also a little lamp. So we use it for diaper changes in the middle of the night. When we bring him in there, we'll kind of, same thing, you just tap it, it turns on. You can hold it, it turns off. There's also different like colors you can make it too. So it's a fancy little thing. And then it also makes different sounds. So we'll have that in his room for when he's in the crib eventually. And that's what he'll use. And these will be really good for like traveling. So yeah. Second last thing we have is a portable pump. So I went with the Mom Cozy M5 pump. So here's all the pieces that it comes with. We have this is where all the breast milk goes. So I believe this is called the diaphragm. So this just kind of plops in here. Then this piece attaches here. There's 5 pieces that go with it. You kind of line up these hearts together so you know that it's in the right spot. Just plop it all around there. So you just put all that together. Then it does come with a bag of different flange sizes, and you just kind of press it in there. And then this is the actual like electric motor part of it, I guess. So then you just click it on there. It's super easy. It just plops into your bra, and then you can charge it here. So you just turn it on at the front, and then there's different modes. So this is stimulation and pumping mode, but you can change it here. So stimulation, you can do both. And then this is just pumping, and there's different levels too. So level 1, I think it goes up to level 9. Yeah. So there's 9 levels, but yeah, and then it'll pump for 30 minutes. There's a timer that starts, and that'll go for 30 minutes. After the 30 minutes, it'll just stop. And yeah, it comes with this cute little bag too. So it's kind of like a travel bag, which is awesome. I just used this past weekend when I was traveling, but there's these covers that kind of plop onto the front of these just to kind of have it covered for when you're traveling. So that's super convenient. And then this just sticks in there. There's a couple chargers in here for it. And yeah, these are just the bags of different flange sizes, which is awesome. And then there is like a little card that shows you too which one you should be using. So this is super helpful. The nice thing about the portable pumps is you don't have to worry about like lugging some big thing around. I know I've seen some that have this like big attachment and you have to kind of carry it around. That's not my vibe. I love being able to just put this on. This is literally all it is. It just goes in your bra, you stick it on, and then you can like walk around and do stuff. So that's super convenient, and it allows me to just like get stuff done while I'm pumping and not have to like carry a big old thing. So yeah, this is the only pump I've tried, so I can't really compare it to other pumps, but I really, really like this one. So if you're looking for a good portable pump, I definitely would recommend this M5 Mom Cozy. Second last most frequent thing that we've been using is our diaper genie. Now, I know that it's like, oh, it's just a garbage. You can just use a normal garbage, which is totally fine. You can absolutely do that if you want. But I love this one because it doesn't stink like ever. It's super convenient, and it's also just like thin and long, I guess. So it doesn't like take up a bunch of space. It fits perfectly beside our dresser, and it is so easy to just like change things out. The bag just kind of like sits in the bottom, and then when you take out the bag to change it, then there's already another bag kind of like attached there. So you just like pull it on top. So we love the diaper genie. I know there's like a stainless steel one, and then I think there's one that's plastic, if I'm understanding correctly. We got the stainless steel one because we were told that there's less likely chance that it will smell over time. So we got the stainless steel one, and we love it. It's awesome. Like I said, it fits perfect in our nursery too, that it's not like this huge thing. So yeah, that's one that we obviously use every day, many times throughout the day. Last but not least, we have our wipe warmer. Again, I know that this is not like you need this absolutely in order to get by with your newborn, but it is really nice. So it has 3 different temperature settings. It sanitizes the wipes, and there's also a night light. So you can turn that light on in the middle of the night. It's just nice to kind of have the extra brightness to be able to see kind of where the wipes are, obviously. But yeah, it's just an extra little thing that is kind of nice to have. And if you can, and if you want, then absolutely, I would definitely recommend a wipe warmer, but it's not like live or die type of thing. So don't come for me for having this, but we love it. Anyways, that's it. That's all for my newborn essentials haul. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If there's something else you want to see from me, drop it in the comments down below. If not, I'll catch you next time.